welcome to another Wednesday. Guess what? It's the breakdown. What? I'm your host, Coffee McGee. Oh, no, wait, that's not my name. It's Catherine, aka the High-Heeled Gamer. How you guys doing today? I'm gonna try not to cough. I have a slight cough, so I'm sorry guys if it slips out. But I've got my water. I'm gonna hold it to the side because we're not sponsored by this company, so I won't give them free promotion. So let's jump right in. Yesterday, as I was coughing away my lungs, I finished the best thing in the world. Locke and Key. Okay, the show's not the best thing in the world, but the comics is the best thing in the world. So I discovered Locke and Key 2012, actually. This book was in the bargain bin at a convention that I went. And I don't know why it just caught my attention. I was like, all right, I'll get it. I don't know who these people are. Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. So I brought it home and I started reading it and I'm like, God, this is pretty cool. So I looked up who these people are. Shocker, this is Stephen King, who happens to be one of my favorite authors' son. And Gabriel Rodriguez has actually done some pretty cool artwork for other comics as well. So I became obsessed with Locke and Key, found all 6 hardcovers. I have the master edition. I have a leathered bound edition. I have the packet that came out with all the different covers in it. So, when they first announced that they were going to do a Netflix show, which I think was 2 years ago, maybe more, I was super stoked, super excited. And then they finally released it and I got super excited about that too. And then the show came out and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great either. There were a lot of weird, how do you say, inconsistencies? Is that a word? It's a word now if it isn't. It just didn't make sense. These kids were not living up to their counterparts. The acting was decent though. I will say that. I'm usually a stickler for actors, especially the young ones, because it's like, oh my God, this is painful. You can clearly see that they're just spewing out what they've memorized. But the actors in this show were actually really well. And I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah. So if you don't know about Locke and Key, quick little synopsis. Yeah, those are the Locke children, which they were really good. If you don't know, so spoiler. Spoiler. I guess I could almost spoiler it free. Somebody dies. And the Locke children, yes, spoiler, I'm sorry. And the Locke children have to go live in the Key house. During their time, I guess I can open up the book. Let me make sure. See how pretty that is? Like, that's really good. Like, I love the artwork to this. During their time in the Key house, they find, lo and behold, keys. These keys, yeah, that's like one of like the best things. They actually did that part pretty well. They find these keys and the keys end up doing different things. I believe, see, and that's part of having this since 2012 and watching this show now that I keep going back like, was that really what happened? So I think there are 7 keys. I forget how many keys there are. I'm sorry, guys. But each key does something different. Like there's one, I was trying to find the picture. There's one where you can open the door and almost walk through the door. Your body, oh, here it is. So your spirit leaves your body. And they did that really well in the show too. You always go back to that whole thing, like, okay, book versus movie, and you have to understand that things do change and they can't fit everything into one season, or else we'd be sitting there for years or whatever. But I mean, overall, I guess one, like from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I'd give it a 6-ish. You know, because the graphics were good for it being a Netflix original. Like, don't think you're gonna watch some Star Wars graphics, okay? So for it to be a Netflix original, the graphics were good. They did try to stay as close to the book as possible. The acting was good. I'm not an expert in acting, but I am picky, so that's a real thing. I think it was a decent watch. I went through Lock and Key probably what's today? Wednesday, because we're doing the show. All right, cool. So I started Lock and Key on Friday and I finished it yesterday. And it was pretty good. Lots of twists and turns that I did not see coming. If you have not read the comic, watch the show. Because if you read the comic, you're gonna be disappointed. True story. But I mean, overall, they tried. That part is in it too, but it doesn't look like that. But the chick does come out of the well, and they did really good for a Netflix show adaptation. I enjoyed it ish. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of times that I paused the show and started complaining because things were not making sense. It wasn't like, wait a second, if that's just dumb, how are you gonna do that? But I mean, I 100% paused the show, and then so like for me, critics are my friends on Facebook. That's a real thing. I don't really listen to professional critics. And my feed on Facebook was very split. I had people that loved it, and then I had people that hated it. But there was one friend who posted that she was doing the exact same thing I was doing, which was trying to get through the show, but pausing it to bitch and complain about things that were happening in the show. And I was like, I thought I was the only one. She was like, oh, hell no. I had to pause it a couple of times. Yes, duh, I'm a nerd. Hello. True story. I am what I am, and I am a nerd. But yeah, she was pausing it as well. She actually had the same feelings I had. She read the comics. She loved the comics, watched the show, and she mustered through it, right? That's the saying, mustered through it. I don't know. I'm not very good with sayings. But yeah, Lock and Key, really good. It was. And there it is. Wow, it took all of 10 minutes into the show to have that appear. Setting new records. Setting new records. So there's that. Let's see what else. Oh, I was MIA last week because I was sick, but I believe Jeff took over the show. I don't know. I was sick. But we did not talk about the big Batman reveal. I'm still not 100% behind this. I'm not even 50% behind this. But here we are. It's a thing that's happening, and I just have to suck it up, buttercup, and put on my big girl pants and deal with it. But we have our first images-ish of the Batman suit, which okay, can I just be honest with you guys? This shit pisses me off, because what the are we watching Batman or watching goddamn Daredevil? Like, what is this? Okay. As you can see, I'm all thrilled about this. I don't know. Is that where he keeps his batarang? Like, is that what that is? Like, is that his batarang, or is that like extra protective gear? What is?
Okay, so I am going to chime in here because my understanding is that image we're seeing right now. I don't know if it's true or not, so excuse me if I'm pushing false information. But my understanding is that is supposed to be the emblem on his chest, right? Obviously.
Obviously.
And it's, if you look down here, that the reason it's in pieces like that is
Uh-huh.
that it's supposedly made from the parts of the gun that was used to shoot his parents. That's what I saw, read, heard, whatever. I don't know.
So how
Can
is that
anybody
a
verify that or know if that's right,
uh
or back us up here? Or tell me if I'm just totally misinformed.
can somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the bad guy run away with the gun that he shot?
Yeah, that kind of raised some questions for me as well.
So I
Similar
mean,
questions.
I'm not like a Batman expert, but I'm pretty sure it went bang bang run with the guns. So that I don't know how I feel about that new piece of information. I don't know how I feel about this whole flipping. I mean, we don't even see the whole suit. Um, if I mean, for all I know, there could be bat nipples on this one too. God, I hope not, but we never know. I'm not too thrilled with the shading that they decided to go with to reveal the. I've lost. What did you just say, Jack? Jack, I can't hear you. Jack, come back to me.
It's
Sicky,
okay.
there you
It's
are.
okay.
Hi. Hi,
I
Sicky.
was just gonna say, I do agree with your comments. It's a little weird. It does just look like the opening from Daredevil.
I mean, they could have gone with like a gray. You know what I mean? Like if
You're so picky.
I am, yeah, I am picky. This is a real thing. I mean, out of all the colors you could have gone with, that red, really, really, you didn't have another color to go with, like gray or I don't know, like the actual color of the flipping suit so we can see what it possibly could look
Well,
like.
it's not the only image they've released, though, right? So
Those
there's,
are the only ones I found.
well, I mean, there's like these.
Oh, yes, that's the next thing I was going to say. This Batmobile, which, oh, Lord help me. I just.
Okay, so what's your vote on this?
It looks like the Frankenstein's monster of cars. Like it looks like a lot of little parts just sewn together to make a car.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This was the
You
first thing
like it, don't you?
I kind of like it. I'm curious to see how they go because to give them credit where credit's due, right? Like they're taking on something very difficult. There's been a lot of other Batman projects, right?
Better.
Well, but so there's a lot of pressure to.
Even Val Kilmer had a cool car.
This is owned by a toy company. Come on.
I
A lot of people didn't like the Tumbler. I like the Tumbler, but the
I
thing
like the
that
Tumbler
the
too,
thing that I thought
as
was good
opposed
about
to
the
this thing.
Tumbler was it was like not like the other Batmobiles.
Mm.
With this one, I'm like, okay, if you're gonna start fresh, you gotta do something to look different. And I like that this looks like a real car that a rich guy built. You know,
Well, I mean,
it doesn't have
he
giant
really
bat
built it.
wings. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you were a rich guy building a car.
I would hire somebody to make me a better car than the one I could create.
But if they know, then people know that you're Batman because you said, "Hey, put giant bat wings on the back of my car." And add
Doesn't
this
what's his name
rocket
know that
engine.
I'm Batman? What's his name? Oh man,
Alfred?
no, the other guy. Oh, Jesus.
Lucius? Lucius Fox?
Yeah, that guy.
Well, I don't know if Lucius Fox is in this
Well,
version
I
or
mean,
not.
he needs to be because obviously Bruce Wayne needs some help making cars because
Yeah.
it's not his forte because his car sucks. It looks like a lot of scrapped pieces from the junkyard. And I was like, oh, this fits.
There's
This
like an
looks
Italian engine on the back and stuff. It's like they took parts from a Ferrari or something and put it in with an American muscle car. And
I mean, I look at this car and
I'm
I
not sure
don't
what's happening
see.
with the
I
back
don't.
end though.
I know. I don't see Batman. Like, what is this? It's just insulting. So
insulting.
it is. I've been sending a lot of memes to my brother-in-law who keeps asking why am I hating so much, and I'm like, because I can. Real life stories.
So that's a better close-up or whatever of the back.
If we're are we playing like Speed Racer? Like, is this Fast and the Furious future? Like, okay, this is flipping Batman. Give me a Batmobile. I don't. I mean, I'm not saying it has to look like the others, but
You're
damn, it doesn't have to
you're
look like
so
that.
angry about it.
I'm so angry about it. Like, I'm trying not to lose my ever-loving mind over it because it sucks. It freaking sucks. Like, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, Batman news, yay. And it was like, oh, the Batmobile revealed. I'm like, okay, they can't fuck this up any more than they've already messed up putting Twinkle Toes in it as Batman. And I opened it
He's
up
a
and
good actor if you ignore
I'm
that
so
first.
good of an actor. Like, I
If
love
you ignore
I have all of his Blu-rays, and I go to eBay to get signed copies of his hair. No, I'm not debating that he is not a good actor, but there are certain people who do not belong in certain roles. That is what I'm saying.
Oh.
And I don't feel like this is his role. And I will forever call him Twinkle Toes. So there's that. Whether he's making Oscar-winning movie and wins the award, he will forever be Twinkle Toes. So,
ouch.
Yeah, true story.
Jeez,
Yeah.
you've got some feelings about that.
I do, and I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just saying he's not Batman or Bruce Wayne. Just saying. That's my 2 cents. And I will go to the movie and watch it anyway, because 2 things are either going to happen. I'm going to come back and I'm going to come on this show and I'll be like, guess what? I was wrong. Or I'm going to come on this show and be like, na boo boo, I was right. And y'all don't want me like being right, because I am 100% a 4-year-old when I'm correct. 100%. You do not ever want me to be right, because I'll be a 4-year-old about it. So I'm glad you like the car. I'm glad you're open-minded.
I'm trying to be.
But no, but
I was trying to be open-minded before you got. Now you've got me on the hate wagon. I feel like I should dislike it just to be part of the team.
No. I'm surprised you like it, in all honesty. I'm surprised.
I like the car. I mean, it looks like a muscle car. I don't know.
Okay, it looks like a muscle car.
If
is it a Batman car?
I don't know. I think the biggest issue I have is that there is so much exposed on the back. Like, as a Batmobile, wouldn't you want it to be protected? So, like, you don't drive by and someone throws literally a wrench into your engine. And that was my... But I don't know much about engines. Maybe that thing's like rock solid.
Unless he's trying to get away from stormtroopers and they're gonna miss. Like, explain this to me. It doesn't even look... I can't deal.
I think it's gonna be funny when you love the movie. Watch you just like love it. You're like, this is the best Batman movie ever made. Oh my God.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I actually love the movie, I'll do another episode drunk. Just for you.
You heard it here, people. She promises to drink before a show.
And tell you how much I love Twinkle Toes.
I don't know. That's not really... you're just going to enjoy that. I feel like if you're totally wrong, then you should have to, like, I don't know, do something for the audience. Like, give away something, or I don't know. You should have to give something up for a month.
I'm already doing that because I'm Catholic and I practice Lent.
Well, doesn't that just make you better than everybody?
I will find a Twinkle Toes Batman pop figure and you guys can have it.
Boom. I like the sounds of that. I hope everybody at home is excited. I bet nobody knows who Twinkle Toes is because you haven't said his name once.
Robert Pattinson, right? That's his name?
Sure.
James Pattinson.
No, it's Robert.
No,
it's Robert.
It is Robert.
Pattinson.
Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson. Twinkle Toes.
Yeah.
Glitter tush.
That poor guy. I feel like he knows this too. He's just like, he probably is like so angry. He's like,
he has nightmares about it. I believe it.
He's like, I'm so tired of hearing about Twilight.
Well, I mean,
you know how many memes? You know how many Twilight memes I'm sure there are? And
do you know how many memes I've sent my brother-in-law to the point where he's like, God, I can't believe how much hate you have. And I'm like,
so I've just figured out we need a new graphic. There's
We
another
do.
graphic we need. It's a haters graphic.
Oh yeah, we do. We do 100%. Because I was a hater.
I think we're gonna have to make a little graphic where we can make it pop up of you being like, hater.
All day, every day.
It's terrible.
It is, isn't it?
What else is new in the world?
What else is new in the world? So I don't know how I originally missed this, but I stumbled across it. Apparently, there is footage of Loki, the Disney Plus. Yeah, look at that. He's in civilian clothing. So I don't know what's happening there. I don't know if he's posing as somebody. He's in the rain, it looks like. I would prefer him not to be wearing a shirt if he's gonna be in the rain. So that's a thing. But yeah, those have surfaced. What are you gonna say?
What just happened? Why are you mad that he was wearing clothes in the rain? Is that not?
Yeah. I mean, if a cute guy is going to be in the rain, might as well be shirtless.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand.
Of course you don't, because
I didn't get it.
You're not.
Sorry,
Anyway,
go back.
Yes, let's go. I was going to say something. I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to save that for like the late show of the breakdown. But also along with this, there's an image of a female that has appeared, and apparently she is supposed to be the female Loki or Lady Loki. So I can't, God, one day I'll get it together, but I can't remember this actress's name. Samantha something, Sabrina something. I don't know. I could be totally making this up. But
do you know what her character name is?
If I said no, could we move on? Because I don't.
Okay.
So I know, and I literally just saw it like 5 minutes before, not this whole thing, but her name, 5 minutes before we started the show, and then we started the show, and then brain dump.
Sophia DiMartino.
It started with an S. Boom.
I'm not seeing any info on her character, but
well, a lot of people have speculated that she was brought on to the show to be female Loki because Tom Sexy Man does not want to do Loki anymore, supposedly. These are all, again, rumors, speculations, all this stuff. So they're saying that she might be the female Loki. I don't know.
That is what I'm seeing.
Yep. I try not to lie in the show. Try being the keyword. So. I try not to lie. So it's supposed, there she is. I knew her name started with an S. So I'm confused because I don't know a lot of Thor or Loki things in the comics, but I could have sworn, doesn't he turn into her? Like, she's just not another person. Loki turns into a female.
You mean because he's a shapeshifter? That
yes. So if you guys are Loki fans, please help me understand that, because I was under the impression, reading little blurbs here and there from before all of this, that Loki turned himself into a female. So I don't know. I wish I was like a Thor huge fan, but I'm not. I just play one on TV. So, you know. So I'm
just
excited
looking real
show.
quick. I mean,
the show's supposed to be coming out sometime 2021 is what it's slated for. If I'm not mistaken, Falcon and oh my God, Falcon and
Winter Soldier.
Thank you. Winter Soldier. I'm sorry. I kept thinking Sebastian because he's so hot when he wears eyeliner. Anyway, that show is supposed to be coming out also 2021, which I'm really sad about because I think Sebastian's so hot. Anyway, I'm a sucker for a guy in eyeliner. True story. So I'm is that a nerd alert or is it hormonal alert. I don't know. So I'm interested in this. I don't know if they're going with a storyline for Loki. I haven't really heard much about the Loki TV show as to where they're going with this, if it's just a whole new storyline or if they're pulling one from a comic series, which I'm hoping they pull one from a comic series. It's a bittersweet statement because I'm hoping they do so I can read it and then watch the show and, be disappointed from somewhere, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, and I'm not sure how I didn't know if she was like from like way back when or early 2000s. I don't know where female Loki falls in all of this. So I don't know. Um,
He
Loki
takes.
cakes, right? I see.
Yeah.
I told you I try not to lie on this show. I get my facts somewhat right.
During the Dark Reign event, which is some storyline, obviously.
Dark Rain, like RAIN?
REIGN. Like to reign.
Rain.
To reign with the power.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's just interesting to see because like this raises an interesting question, right? Like if Loki is, a shapeshifter, like all that's me shapeshifting.
I was going to say, is that you having a seizure or shape shifting? Like, what are you doing?
But this is how I keep my daughter entertained.
It entertained me, so you're doing a good job.
If you're a shapeshifter, at what point do you lose track of your shape? Like if you're always somebody else, is like,
oh, how do you know?
Is your shape like? Is that even what he actually looks like in actuality? Because he's not Asgardian. He's a blue ice giant creature thing guy. So has he always been like holding that shape, that Tom Hiddleston shape that we see? And like at what point, so as a child, did he do that? Because if he did that, then he should have known he was adopted and that he was like a blue monster creature. And so now I'm finding a giant loophole in all of this. And I'm just curious.
I think you just broke me, okay? Like I'm like I was with you and then I lost you and then I was with you again and now I'm at the point where I need to find a Loki omnibus and read.
We need a Loki expert to chime in on this.
We do need to find a Loki expert because I need to be educated on Loki.
Well, because like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? At one point he finds out he was adopted.
Yeah.
He's like, I was adopted?
Yeah,
Like, well, but wait a minute. He also sometimes changes his face and he'll look blue with the red eyes.
Makes sense.
So is he holding this Tom Hiddleston form?
Yeah.
And if he is, that means as a child at some point he decided to hold the form of an Asgardian. And if he chose to do that, then he would have known he was adopted. He would have known he was a blue giant. So what the hell with him later being like, I'm adopted?
That makes sense.
Like sometime during puberty, I'm guessing, he was like, everything's blue down there. Maybe I'm not like the other Asgardians.
Like, no, I want to look like this.
Daddy,
no,
why am I growing hair on my big blue?
I mean, I thought they told him early on that he was adopted, and that's when he was like, all right, I want to change.
Yeah, I guess they did. I guess he knew when he was younger then.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't want to base this all just on movie stuff. I'm curious what the difference is in the comics, because I have some Thor comics I've read, and I've always known who Loki was.
Yeah.
In terms of him being a villain and being the brother of Thor. Yeah. But that was like all I knew about him, really.
I knew like the prankster part, the brother, the adopted brother, kind of shunned, kind of not. Like he was semi-loved.
I didn't know he was an adopted brother until the movie came out, to be fair.
Oh, no. I knew that part.
I lost at being a nerd.
You did. You have failed me.
So sad.
Disappointed in you. And real quick, I'm going to answer Kevin LaRue's little statement there. Guys with eyeliner, I mean, that's been happening since rock and roll era. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne wore eyeliner and I thought he was hot then too. So yeah, I'm just a sucker for a guy in eyeliner. Jared Leto before the whole Joker debacle. He wore eyeliner and he was hot. 30 seconds.
Oh, I wonder if I can find it. But did you hear the speaking of Joker? Did you hear the other little rumor that popped up about the Batman movie?
No. Obviously not, because I didn't tell you.
I almost don't want to tell you. All right, I'm going to go to full screen because I want to see.
Right? Oh no! You are.
I'm going to full screen because I want to see your face. I want everyone to see your face when I tell you this. So, and I'll double check it as soon as we.
Oh my God! What is happening? I'm glad.
The thing I read this morning was that they have a Joker being rumored in the new Batman. And guess who it might be?
Who is it?
Is the rumor
guy? Is it gonna be like a Twilight reunion?
No. Oh my God, I don't know who that is, but no. The rumor I saw was that they were trying to get Johnny Depp to do
it. Like Pirates of the Caribbean, Mad Hatter. You're not serious, are you? Please, Lord Jesus.
I'm just doing a double check to see because maybe it was just total nonsense, but nope. Please. If you punch it in on Google, and I'll do a screen share here for everybody, but yeah, if you punch it on Google, like instantaneously, all this stuff pops up.
But okay, is it that they don't want this movie to succeed? Like, are we making a comedy? Am I missing something? Like, is this? Oh God, okay. I'm having a mini heart attack. Somebody needs to call 911. So I just can't. I just flipping can't, because all that comes to mind right now is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka, Pirates of the Caribbean, Mad Hatter. Like, this is where he's gonna take the Joker, and I am now convinced that this is a first Batman comedy movie is what's happening. Got it. I got it now. I'm still not on board, but I get it. It's comedy.
I have to say, you're hating on this one hard. You're definitely hating on this one hard.
Okay. I love Johnny Depp. Loved him since 21 Jump Street. For those young folks, Google that. 21 Jump Street was the bomb. I had Johnny Depp posters on my wall. Love Johnny Depp. Love him in everything that he did. I'm questioning the everything. I loved him in Edward Scissorhands.
Did you see The Tourist?
No, I did not.
Yeah, well.
Oh God. Yeah, this like, yeah, I mean, yeah. I can't. No. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna channel my inner Randy Jackson from American Idol, and no, that's a no for me, dog. Because no. What? He is not gonna do the Joker justice. It's gonna be so ridiculous. Like, at this point, I'd take Jared Leto's Joker. Like, I don't understand what they're doing with this movie. Can we cyber bully them like we did with the Sonic movie? Can that be a thing? Because that actually turned out pretty well. So if we cyber bully this Batman show, I mean, God almighty.
So I don't know what, those rumors will go for months, and then,
I think I'm going to let you cry. Like, this is terrible.
It could be nonsense,
That's what I'm going to pray for. And that it's utter nonsense, because that is utter nonsense. I'm going to move on. At this point, I don't remember what else I wanted to talk about, because my brain is fried with this Batman stuff. What else did I want to talk about? Jesus.
I broke you.
You did. 100.
Yes.
You broke me like 3 times. One, you saying that you like this Batmobile.
I'm not saying that I just
like a freaking Hot Wheels car is what it is.
Oh my God. You are so angry.
I'm beyond angry, and I'm trying to keep my cool because I have an audience, and somehow this will all come back to bite me in the ass. But oh God, this Hot Wheels car and the Daredevil wannabe, and now we have a Willy Wonka Joker. It's a comedy. It's a dark comedy, is what this is.
Today's show.
Dark.
Cat hates on stuff.
Yeah. Jesus. What else did I want to talk? Like, I legit.
Well, I will say.
Now I wish this was vodka.
I don't know what nope means, Kevin, but it looks like Jimmy is going to be checking out. I just saw, we had this note from Jimmy about Lock and Key. So maybe you're converting people. Yeah, maybe you're gonna.
I like the show. Please, yes, I suggest watching the show first.
Yeah.
And remembering that it's its own entity. I'm still having.
Whoa! Wait! Hold on, back up. So you recommend watching the show first?
Yes, for Lock and Key. For Lock.
Right. No. I understand, but that seems backwards.
No,
right?
because no. Here's why. Because if you read this first and then watch the show, you're going to have the same problems I had, and you're going to have the same problems other people had, which was.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. For Lock and Key.
You see it as sparing people.
Yes. 100%. Yeah. Because even like the bad guy is not correct.
The bad guy is not correct.
Yeah. So, it's just okay. So, yeah, I just can't. But watch the show. It is a good-ish show. I give it a 6 out of 10. I don't know why I'm rating stuff. They did get the.
I think you need your own scale, like just 6 out of 10 on a bobblehead. How many pop figures would you give this? I know you're obsessed with pop figures, so if pop figures is your scale.
Pop figures is my scale. I would give it a 6 basic pop figures scale. And by basic, I mean like the throwaway ones nobody really cares about, but somebody else. Okay. I'm trying to think of all the pop figures that I have and which ones I don't care about.
So it's not good on the scale. Look at that.
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to think like, okay. Yeah, no. I don't have pop figures that I don't care about. I have what do I have? I have a Deadshot pop figure that looks terrible. That I give it a Deadshot terrible pop figure. Is what it gets. The book, on the other hand, the books, because it's six books, and then it's got like little spins all pits. Let me try that again. Has 6 books and then spin-off series. I would give that my glow in the dark R2D2 Leia hologram. That's what I would give it. That pop figure. That's a pretty cool pop figure. It's super cool.
Awesome.
The Princess Leia glows in the dark in the R2D2. It's really awesome. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway, I digress. I'm sorry. I have a poster of Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, God, that's gonna be the Joker. Bullshit.
Maybe not. That's not proven. That's not factual yet. I don't know what the right term is. It has not been 100% backed by the Nerd Society of America. There you go.
Oh, I didn't want to talk about the coronavirus. So everybody's like super freaked out. A lot of shows are being canceled. People are no longer going to conventions. Oh, what's the one? Christ almighty, I should have sent it to you. So there's a convention that's coming up pretty soon that they're actually willing to refund people's tickets because the show still will go on. But if you're too scared to come out because of the coronavirus, and not the flu or the convention, the con crud, I mean, if you're not scared of them, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this coronavirus because I mean, there's 100 proven, right? What is it called? 100
cases,
documented cases.
What, in the U.S.?
In the U.S. And only 9 people have died because they didn't take care of themselves. I'm a paranoid person, so as soon as I got this cough, I was in the doctor's office going, "What is it?" So I mean, and I'm paranoid of my kids too. I'm always constantly going, wash your hands. Always.
Well, that's just good parenting, I think. Right? Like,
I mean,
I could be wrong. I only have one child, and she's only 2, so I'm not Mr. Like.
No, I'm gonna go with yes because it's 7 times is totally absurd to tell your kid to wash their hands in one day. That's why I tell them 5. I tell them 5 times a day to wash their hands, and I have Purell in every room and Clorox.
P-rail.
Okay, I'm sorry. So anyway, so those are the things. If you're scared of the coronavirus, wear a mask, sanitize, take a shower, all that good stuff.
I will say I even saw, and I'll screen share it real quick, but if you're a fan of Colleen Doran, the comic book artist, she even posted on her Facebook here 3 hours ago that the London book fair that I guess she was going to go to and be selling stuff or whatever got canceled. Yeah. So it is like a real thing.
Oh, it is.
It's affecting the industry. It's affecting, and she even in her post went on to say that, it's not really affecting her, I guess, as much, but she was like, there's a lot of artists that those shows, that's how they make their living. So if they start getting canceled or delayed, it can really hurt the comic industry.
I mean, it's even in like the video games. So Gen Con, a lot of Sony and Microsoft pulled out from that. They're not doing that. There's WrestleMania. They're having meetings to discuss whether or not to go forward with WrestleMania, which, I mean, I know you're not a wrestling fan, but they literally do not stop. Like, they work every day of the year, including Christmas and New Year's. So, I mean, for them to, it's a real thing. I will not say that it's not, because it is. I vaccinate my kids. I know better. So, but there's options.
Oh, Lord. We're going to go there, huh?
No, because we're running out of time. So I'm going to say that I smell something burning in my house.
Wait, you smell something burning in your house?
I do. Actually, the smell just hit me, and I'm like, oh, are my kids burning down the house? Probably. Well,
fair enough.
So I'm going to say, I hope everybody has a good Wednesday. I hope when I open up this door, there's not smoke coming out. If there is, look for the Facebook post, because that's the type of person I am. Please, if you, I know, if you are a Loki huge mega fan, please send us little key stuff that I need to know, because I am interested in Loki, but I don't know anything about him. So please send information on Loki. I would greatly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, issueswithshow.com. Go to our Facebook page. Follow us at Issues With. Yeah, not the breakdown. At Issues With, because the breakdown is underneath Issues. You see that? You see Issues With? You see where the breakdown is? Underneath it. So I hope you guys had fun. Now I'm growing concerned because now the smoke's coming into my mouth. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.